Ford Motor Company's Michigan Proving Grounds has some of the baddest pavement ever put down. And within that circle of pavement lies a half-mile called Silver Creek that we just love to use. It don't get any worse than this. It makes even the headliner and the radio knobs work to earn a living. So let's take our 4 trucks and go to Silver Creek, and let's see who really engineered durability. First up, Dodge Ram. Well, this is what it looks like when you put a car suspension on a pickup truck. Talk about mismatched. Sloppy fit and finish, and even the wheel recovery is terrible. Chevrolet Silverado. So bad is the inherent frame stability here you can't even keep the truck going straight. Poor wheel recovery, and of course it's just beating the frame to death. Toyota Tundra. For all the bragging about how strong this frame was supposed to be, I wonder where they put it. Even the box and the cab are bouncing off each other. This is what engineered excellence looks like. Good wheel control, and a body and cab relationship that proves the frame is strong. It's all about putting that tire back on the ground. If you think Silver Creek looks brutal from the outside, you ought to try being the test driver sometime. It really does, in fact, beat you up. Now, at the conclusion of that testing, we brought those same trucks back here to our lab and started our teardown. Those are the trucks that you've been looking at. It was during the course of that teardown that we made some pretty startling discoveries, not least of which is once we pulled the powertrain out of the Toyota, we pulled the dust cover off the engine mount, not expecting to see anything, where we noticed it was torn. 4,000 miles and it's already torn, and then we noticed the metal shavings. That made us look deeper. It was during the course of that investigation that we discovered on both sides of the engine the mount had already been banging against its own retainer. This is not good stuff. That's an adequate mount for a Camry. That ain't going to get it done in a truck. But then again, who said they actually brought a truck? Now, that said, we started paying more attention to the other players. We pulled out the Chevrolet mount, and though it isn't, well, nearly as weak, it is a very old design. It does a fair job of noise isolation, fair, but in long-term durability, that's not the key player. We then, of course, wanted to go to the all-new Dodge, and frankly, we were a lot happier with what we saw. A monstrous casting, albeit with a very small rubber isolation. This was, well, a little disappointing because with this much beef, you'd have thought they'd have paid attention to getting noise isolation down. To give you a direct comparison, this is the engine mount out of the F-150. As you can see, not only is the casting beefy, but so too is the noise isolation in the form of rubber. And there's a lot of intelligence in that rubber if you pay attention to it. The way it's designed plays on all axes, so that no matter how the engine wants to move or put any kind of noise and vibration into the vehicle, this thing's there to snub it. So you've got to engineer every detail. The truth about trucks isn't about the brochure. It's about what's under the skin, deep under the skin.